As time passed, humanity appeared on Earth. They lived close to nature, surrounded by forests, rivers, and mountains. Without cities or technology, they found shelter in caves and natural landscapes, adapting to the world around them. Each day was a search for food and water. They depended entirely on nature for survival. Through observation and experience, they learned new skills. Simple tools helped them hunt, gather, and protect their families. As evening arrived, families gathered together. Around the warmth of the fire, knowledge and experiences were shared from one generation to the next. When darkness covered the earth, they looked toward the stars. For the first time, humanity began wondering about the universe. As darkness covered the earth, an extraordinary sight appeared above them. The endless sky was filled with countless stars. Night after night, the moon rose with perfect order. It illuminated the darkness and guided humanity through the silent wilderness.
The stars moved across the heavens with remarkable precision. Their patterns inspired curiosity, wonder, and the desire to understand the universe.
Every morning, the sun returned without fail, bringing warmth, light, and the beginning of a new day.
The sun, the moon, the stars, and the earth moved in harmony. Humanity began to realize that the universe followed an extraordinary order.
Who created the sun? A question echoed in every generation. Who created the stars? Created us? The search for the answer had begun.
As generations passed, humanity began asking questions about its own beginning. How the human family first came into existence. Who walked upon the earth first? Who was the first man? These questions echoed across civilizations. Long before written history, people searched for answers that could explain humanity's origin. These questions were preserved through stories, traditions, and eventually in sacred scriptures. Let us discover what the world's sacred scriptures teach about the first human.
Each tradition preserves its own account of humanity's beginning, inviting people to reflect on their origin.
The Sanatana Dharma tradition speaks about Manu, regarded as the ancestor of humanity in the present age. The Bible teaches that Adam was the first man created by God. The Qur'an teaches that Allah created Adam as the first human and the first prophet.
Different civilizations preserved their understanding of humanity's beginning in sacred scriptures. Now let us examine the original references from each of these sacred scriptures.
We begin with one of the oldest sacred traditions. What does the Manu Smriti teach about Manu? What does the Bible teach about Adam? What does the Qur'an teach about Ādam, the first prophet? Let us compare these ancient teachings with respect and an open mind. Our journey into the sacred references begins now. The Sanatana Dharma tradition preserves ancient teachings about Manu, regarded as the progenitor of humanity in the present age. The tradition speaks of Swayambhuva Manu, from whom human society is understood to have developed in this cycle of creation. According to this tradition, Manu guided humanity by teaching righteous living, moral conduct, and social responsibility. The teachings associated with Manu became an important foundation for understanding duty, justice, and the organization of society. For centuries, these teachings have been preserved and studied as part of the Sanatana Dharma tradition. The Sanatana Dharma tradition presents Manu as humanity's ancient progenitor sacred tradition. Let us now explore how the Bible describes the beginning of humanity through Ādam. The Bible teaches that God formed Ādam from the dust of the ground and breathed into him the breath of life, and Ādam became a living being. According to the Bible, human life began through God's creative act, emphasizing that life itself is a gift from the Creator. The Bible also teaches that humanity was created in the image of God, giving every human being inherent dignity and value. The story of Ādam marks the beginning of humanity's relationship with God and the responsibility entrusted to humankind. The Bible continues by describing the creation of Eve, presenting the beginning of the human family and the foundation of human community.
The Bible presents Ādam as the first man created by God. Let us now explore how the Qur'an describes the creation of Ādam, the first human and first prophet in Islamic tradition.
The Qur'an teaches that Supreme God announced to the angels his intention to place a khalifa, or vicegerent, upon the earth.
The Qur'an teaches that Allah taught Adam the names of all things, highlighting knowledge as a special gift given to humanity.
The Qur'an describes Allah creating Ādam and breathing into him from his spirit, after which Ādam came to life by Allah's command.
The Qur'an recounts that Allah commanded the angels to bow in honor of Ādam, while Iblis refused out of arrogance.
The Qur'an teaches that Supreme God chose Ādam, accepted his repentance, and guided him, emphasizing God's mercy and guidance.
Islam teaches that Ādam was the first human and the first prophet. Let us now compare how the Sanatana Dharma tradition, the Bible, and the Qur'an each describe humanity's beginning.
We have explored how the Sanatana Dharma tradition, the Bible, and the Qur'an each describe the beginning of humanity.
Each tradition preserves its own account of humanity's origin, reflecting its unique understanding of creation and our relationship with the Creator.
Although their accounts differ, each tradition has inspired generations of people to ask profound questions about who we are and where we came from. The search for truth did not stop with the first human. As people observed the world around them, new questions began to arise. Thunder, lightning, volcanoes, earthquakes, and mighty storms filled humanity with awe and wonder. In our next topic, we explore the power and beauty of nature and ask another timeless question: what controls these powerful forces? Since the beginning of time, nature has amazed and humbled humanity. Thunder, lightning, and powerful storms filled the human heart with both fear and wonder. Volcanoes erupted, the earth trembled, and nature revealed a power beyond human control. The oceans, rivers, mountains, and skies displayed a beauty and strength that inspired generations. People everywhere asked the same question: what controls these extraordinary forces of nature? Join us as we continue Sanatana Dharma tradition. The Bible and the Qur'an teach about the wonders and power of nature.